And I think it's important that we change that narrative because, like you said, up until 1819, the only thing to talk about in crypto was probably the price of crypto. I mean, even back in 14, 15, 16, when I was interviewing people like Andreas Antonopoulos, the only thing that mattered was the price of Bitcoin. And everybody got conditioned to that. And I feel like a lot of the public is just like, oh, where's the price? And I feel like these days that is missing the point. Because you said, I think you had a term where you said, under the hood, there's a lot going on. And I was having this conversation with one of my students the other day. I said, look, the price of Bitcoin can stay the same for 2 years. And the companies that we're investing in are going to do incredible things. And again, we've just invested in a company called Vatum that's building metaverses for Fortune 100 companies where a customer can go into a metaverse like Frito-Lay did for the FIFA World Cup. And they don't even know they're in a metaverse. They don't know they're connecting to a digital wallet. They're just having an amazing experience where they own things and they're in a social atmosphere. And they're building these things. Same with Orange Comet is building metaverses for things like The Walking Dead and Scottie Pippen of the Bulls. And all of these things are growing and building. And the price of Ethereum can stay the same. And they're still going to create, hundreds of millions of dollars of value. And so, but you have to communicate that narrative because I think the public, which maybe means your congressman, is still thinking it's about the price of a crypto asset.
Yeah, and trading. And it's not just about trading. No. And, they're like, 32-year-old bros pumping and dumping tokens. And, unfortunately, there are bad actors in the space. We saw that with FTX. The ICO boom and bust. There are many bad actors, people pushing those kinds of tokens on sort of unsuspecting people. I mean, it's unfortunate. They're, with creativity and entrepreneurial activity and sort of a open playing field, you're always going to get some bad actors. But what's incredible is that some of the regulators in the US are just hyper-focused on those handful of incidents rather than what's going on in this broader ecosystem. Some of the things you mentioned are spot on. I mean, Starbucks and Polygon relationship, that's incredible, right? Like the thing that, I think we talked about a little bit, the California DMV, but, using the Tezos blockchain.
Yeah, talk about that. Because you told me about this in Paris, and I was like,
I know. We did a little more digging. Look, it was an announcement. We think it's happening. Someone said to me, "Oh, damn, that's fake news." And I'm like, no. My analyst and I, we dug into it. It's not fake news. They have, partnered with a company that is going to put, California state licenses and title deeds to your car on this Tezos blockchain. And, we've dug a little more. Not exactly sure specifically why Tezos, but there must be a specific reason that chain has, there's a specific use case. I mean, as you know, all these different chains are trying to optimize for different things. And I think I do think it's important to highlight to people listening that, look, Bitcoin and Ethereum are different in my mind than the other chains at this stage. They have reached network effect. Bitcoin is pure collateral, is unpenetrable. It is a security apparatus. I do think it is a store of value. It's been the greatest performing asset over the last, 10, 12 years, again, with a lot of volatility. I don't see that changing. And Ethereum, has been built for a little more flexibility and programmability. And, there's a huge programmer community now that's in the last 3 years come into the Ethereum ecosystem. And so, I think that there are many use cases there. Many of the NFTs are on top of Ethereum. And so I think those are proven use cases. And the other chains, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And the guys that can prove, their usefulness will survive. And 5-10 years from now, we'll have established niches. I don't think we need to use Bitcoin for absolutely every single thing. You don't need, that being said, you have Lightning on top of Bitcoin, which is great for payments. And, they are adapting a little bit. But I kind of like the fact that Bitcoin is a sort of pure proof of work back, cryptocurrency, that the security of it is impenetrable, etc. But again, just to focus on that and to ignore all of these other developments. And I would say, what people are calling the Web 2 movement into Web 3, right? I mean, a lot of these traditional tech companies, corporations, they are trying to incorporate blockchain into their business models one way or another. You have even car companies, Fiat, for instance, what was the other Italian company that is putting all of their car parts on a blockchain? Maybe it was Alfa. I think it was Alfa Romeo. But anyway, the point is that 3 years ago, you had none of this, right? And so I'm this macro guy. I'm looking at things from 20,000 feet. That's just my background, and I just see so much improvement, like so much innovation. And then every single day, the traditional press is hammering the space. Today, Brian Armstrong said he would consider moving Coinbase out of the US. Like that, I mean, we only have 3 exchanges, right? We've got Kraken, Gemini, and Coinbase. And Coinbase is the only real crypto, blockchain business that's public. I mean, aside from Galaxy, which is a little smaller, but to think that we are going to push sort of the preeminent exchange, especially for retail, outside of the US. I mean, it's almost a horrifying thought. I don't know what, I know you've been, I'm sure, involved in many of these discussions with all the people you speak with, but that would really set the US back, I think.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.